Here's my 2020 KTM 890 Duke R. Finally, going to get round to reviewing this bike properly. So this is my third attempt between distractions and people stopping me. So come for a ride, and we're also going to photograph this bike on a little photography journey. And I'm going to talk about each part installed on the bike and what I think, because there's a few comments lately asking me what do I think. So let's fire this bad boy up. Ready to race. So far 1,588 kilometres travelled on this beast. So that's surely enough to have my opinion count on how this bike performs. And I'm going to start off with the windscreen. So this little windscreen works really well. I'd prefer it to actually have one on the bike, because all the bugs and the muck really do make a mess on the front end. And having that installed is just that, it just makes it easier to clean the bike when you do wash it. But overall, it does cut out a bit of the wind. So if it cuts out any bit of wind, that means less fatigue, and you can sit on the bike a bit longer. But for my purposes, I built this bike to do some moto touring, as I didn't want an adventure touring bike. I just wanted an all-rounder, and this one fits my needs. So the next change to this bike, so the 890 has really aggressive handlebars. It's a flat tracker type handlebar, and for me, I couldn't do it. After 15 minutes of riding, just my hand was numb, and it didn't matter what I did, it just wasn't going to improve. So by chance, I started to look online for other options. Now, KTM make a lot of parts, so the ability to change your bike is one great thing about KTM. So I stumbled on eBay and just had a look and found that there was a wrecked 790, and so these handlebars are off a wrecked 790 that did around 10,000 kilometres. So the only bad thing about these handlebars, I've got to admit, it's the actual paint colour. It's got it's a black purple. So I don't know if maybe the paint on the handlebars is discoloured, and that's why it's gone purple. So it does look a bit, for me, building bikes in the past, it does stand out for me as a negative. But overall, it's improved the riding position of this bike tenfold, way better. So the next thing, just got to concentrate because I'm on the Nasho, and make sure I don't speed either, because this bike loves to pick up speed. And here you go, an example of why they call it the scalpel, because you can throw this bike in any corner with a lot of ease. It just wants to go in corners and do cornering. It's a little race bike. So next thing, okay, the mirrors. There was no need to at all change the bike mirrors. These mirrors are perfect, and I think they look great too. As where the 790, they were horrendous. They had this rubber casing on the outside. Absolutely terrible. So at least KTM, you got the mirrors right. You spend a lot of money on a bike, and they usually never get mirrors right. So the clutch and the brake levers, I don't have to change those either. They're high quality. I think I can't really look straight at them, but they're really nice finish. I like the LED blinkers too. Didn't have to change those. That's another bonus. Bike manufacturers finally are just installing LED blinkers as standard on bikes. ABS, and you can also see that this bike's continuously left in sport mode, and I have ridden this bike in the rain once and left it in sport mode, and there was no problem riding. the next item to tick off the list. So it's got the crash bobbins, and that's that English brand, Evotech. Now they're a tad expensive, but they're one of the few companies that actually make crash bobbins for this bike. I know through AliExpress you can get a cheaper version. I decided to put actually a high quality crash bobbin on these. But so that's one item. One item missing I haven't put on this bike. It's the radiator guard. I did try to get one from AliExpress, but believe it or not, it only fits the 790. So there was I think it's a 10mm difference in size. The radiator's a bit bigger. So someone will probably correct me. No, it's not. But yeah, I found that I couldn't fit the AliExpress radiator guard on this bike. Tacho wise, it tends to change colour between dark and light all the time. It flashes during the day, so if you hit a bit of shadow and then light, it just, yeah, that's one annoying thing with the dash. But overall the TFT looks great. It's actually pretty sick. Now I haven't got the unlock tech pack on this bike as much as I would love to have it, and what is it, it's got a quick takeoff mode like a sports car. Yeah, that'd be fun to have. Launch control, that's it, the launch control feature. Why don't you just sell it with a bike? Why do you have to be tight asses, KTM? Charge me another $600 just to unlock it. So here's another bike here. So I picked a great day. So next thing to talk about the bike, customization. So yeah, KTM have lots of options to change this bike, and I'm going to pull into this one. I think I am. Oh no, I'm not. There's going to be too many people around. I'll come back. So yeah, customization with the sticker wrap. Now Moto Pro Works, there's a European company that makes sticker wraps, and they phenomenally look excellent. But unfortunately, anyone in Australia, we can't purchase them unless you know someone to purchase it directly in Europe and then get it sent to you. And that's due to copyright laws. So anything with the KTM branding on and stuff like that on it, we can't get it. They just said no. So that really sucks. So the other option that I went for was eBay had an Italian mob make a sticker wrap, and this sticker wrap was around $298, and it was about $40 for postage. So that was the sticker wrap option that I put on this. Now I don't say I 100% love it, but it's there's a few factors that make it quite kind of worth it. So $298 versus the Moto Pro Works version, that was around $600. So and had it as, was it yeah, it was like £298. So that's a lot of money. Versus, yeah, I paid just Australian wise $298 for this version. But ultimately it protects the bike, and in due time, if I do decide to sell it, I can peel it off and have a brand new bike underneath all the plastics. But the test will be to see what it's like peeling it off. Will it leave all the glue residue? I don't know. Time will tell. So the next thing, I like the look of the bike. Some people don't. It's kind of an aggressive looking cockroach. I like the LEDs in the headlight. Yeah, it's an overall, it's a cool, aggressive looking bike. So I also have it's cool. I have on the bike Ventura touring rack, and you'll see the little bag. So you can extend and add on to the bags so that you've got more luggage room. At the moment I've just got my camera bag in there, so I can do some photography of this bike, which I've been meaning to do. It's one of my loves in life, is to photograph motorbikes. But the special treat today is with a medium format camera with a Pentax 6x7 lens. So interesting to see what results we get today. Exhaust wise, finally, you can probably hear it in the video, the Pro titanium Arrow exhaust, so that was the option. That was around $709, then plus shipping. Factor in either you go the Acrobovic slip-on, which is $1,500. I can't justify spending that much more money. You've already spent a lot of money on a bike. This is where you can save money. You don't have to get what KTM have with all their shots, but I find that the Arrow exhaust is excellent, and I love the look of it, and the sound's great too. Mind you, I've left the baffle in on this bike because on previous bikes I've taken the baffle out and it's just far too loud and it drones on, and after hours of riding I tend to get a headache. So the other option is wear earplugs, but I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy listening to the bike and riding. The other options on this bike that I'd like to do in the future, full titanium front headers. That makes the bike, it actually looks really cool on the front. I won't bother doing the cat delete, only because it's just a pain in the ass, and you've got to tune your bike, and besides tuning, it becomes a target for being defected. So as soon as that cat's removed, there it'll just get picked up. Now there's a whole lot of dirt here today, so it looks like they're going to be re-adding gravel. So let's park in my usual spot and we'll get some photographs. Okay, so let's have a walk around before I get the camera out. A little bit dirt. It'll be in the shot. I've already killed something. I killed him, Gilbert. So yeah, there you go. There's the sticker wrap. The only thing with it is that the orange is a bit dull. So I don't know if that's the limitation with vinyl. And my little customization with the fake carbon fibre on the coolant plastic here. There's carbon fibre on the Arrow exhaust here, which looks great. So at least it matches, and then you'll see my previous videos where I've made the stickers to go on the tank. Another little neat customization, and then with it on the other side, it's in reverse. Just something different. I'll come in close. There's a tank gel sticker on the top. I am expecting the next sticker very shortly. So that's the last finishing touch to go on here. Now, let's get the camera out and take some photos. So here's the Ventura bag. I love these bags, they're really good. Now this specific bag, I'll leave in the description box which one it is, because people tend to ask me, and from memory I can't exactly remember which one this one is exactly, but it zips up with the bigger one. It's called the Mistral. It's a 47 litre bag that sits here, and this one, from memory, it's 31 litres, and it's got the 2 pockets on each side. So let's get this camera out and see if I can photograph with my helmet on. So yeah, a little mini review, and we'll get some photographs. So manual, we'll shoot f4. So I'll talk about this camera. This is a Fujifilm GFX50s with a keep-on adapter. So Pentax 6.7. So it's super multi-coated. These are medium format lenses, which needs a clean on the lens here. and it goes down to f4. It's a 45mm, and it's one of my favourite lenses of all time to use. Just give me a second, because I'm going to have to wipe the front element. I don't have my cleaning cloth, because I'm only just riding with this small kit. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. Now, if you're worrying about me wiping the front lens, it has a front filter on the top, so I'm not ruining the glass. So I like to shoot, we'll shoot open, aperture on ISO 800, aperture f4, and shutter speed, let's slow it down a bit, and zoom in, because it's all manual focus, and we'll fire away. Okay. Do a vertical shot. Oh, it's a big mound in the back. Around doesn't look good. Again, me trying to find the right location. What's the minimum focal distance on this one? 300mm? Yeah, 300mm. Let's have a look. No. That's infinity. Here we go, sorry. 0.3, 370mm. And fire away. What a handshake then. And the headlight. So is there anything else that I need to add to the review? I have heard that people that get the 1290 sell it and they downgrade to this bike, and what happens, they actually lose their license, because this bike's really easy to speed up and be fun on the road. So yeah, a few people tend to lose their license, for that's the story I've heard. So what do you think of the bag on the bike? Does it ruin the look? There's a lot of people out there prefer probably just see it as a sports bike without the extra crap on it. But personally, I find having a man bag on the back, you can put all your stuff in it, for example. So yeah, let's go to the next photography location, and we're re-recording. For some reason the GoPro wanted to stop. Beauty of technology when it wants to do something you don't want it to do. Oh, yeah, stop recording. So it makes you have to redo everything. Okay, get that on. Let me go back to that other location And photograph the bike there. This is what happens when you can't plan photography locations and photograph your bike, and when you're doing things on the fly. Oh, don't want to get this gravel all through the bike chain. And off we go. Yeah, you get good mileage out of this bike. 350 kilometres roughly, probably plus to a tank. It does say up to 400 or 390, I think, when it's really full. But yeah, you get a day's riding out of a tank. If you do have an interest in photography, I am on Flickr, and you can see some of the bike photographs there. Not that many people probably use Flickr anymore, but I still like it. Better than Instagram. Instagram, always low-res photos that look crap house. But yeah, I'm on there too. So I'll wrap up this video once after this second location. Yes, this bike's not the most powerful, but for the street, it's honestly a perfect bike, all-rounder bike to have and own. Comfortable. Oh yeah, I've got to talk about the seat. So the Power Parts seat, a little bit softer, more gel feeling. You could get away with keeping the original seat. The only reason I changed over is because, yeah, as I've said earlier, I plan to ride this bike touring, and that's going to be long days. So any little bit extra comfort helps. Especially the older you get, like I am, it just, yeah. Sometimes being on a bike all day, when you're a young bloke, it's easier to ride all day, but when you get older and older, your body doesn't like it. Gone are the days of being ultimately bike fit. So that's another thing. Because of this, the weight of this bike, where it was at around 175 kilos, it's around that, don't quote me wrong, but after riding, it's easy to move it around. Just a lightweight bike. And that's what you want. You don't want something over 200 kilos. It gets tiring. So yeah, as much as I love Suzuki and bikes like that, this thing is just easy to move around at the end of the day. Height wise, yeah, I'm 5'8", so I do tippy toe a bit on the bike. So that's one thing for a lot of guys out there. It is a higher bike. It's higher than the 790. But the trade-off is, you can go anywhere and everywhere with this bike. Even if you change the tyres to some knobby tyres on it, you can take it anywhere. So I went down a dirt road for 50 kilometres, and a mate, he rode his 790 and he was gone. 80 k's an hour easy on a dirt road, as where with the Suzuki, I had to keep it at a slow pace. Just a big heavy bike, you wanted to slip and slide. As with this thing, they're just light and go anywhere. Now I'm hoping I don't miss this little turn off. Maybe I missed it because I wasn't paying attention, too busy talking. Yeah, I've missed it. Oh, here we go. Let's get a couple of photographs and wrap this video up. Red Sea to Flat North, this location's called. Okay. Gloves off. This time I'll add the headlight on. Yeah, a bit of junk in the back. Okay. Okay. Camera on. Yep, aperture works. Sometimes the manual switch comes off. Still post sitting in the backdrop. Focus. It's frontal. Lights are on lightly. Let's bend the handlebars a bit. Bug skilled on it. Focus. Take the shot. This car annoying. Exposure spot on. Bags in focus. Click. There you go. Medium format photograph of an exhaust. Oil filler cap. I reckon that'll make a good desktop screensaver. Okay, last one. And that's a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for the third time. A lot of work goes into it. I don't have the patience anymore to really make them too fancy. I just do the audio separate, video separate, throw it on the timeline for you guys to watch me ramble on and do a little mini bike review. But there you go. That's the KTM 890, reviewed and photographed for your viewing pleasure. Got any comments? Throw them in the comment box below. If there's anything you want to talk about and ask me questions, happy to answer them. But the next little photography bike video I'll do on the Suzuki Katana, and you can check that bike out. Until then, peace out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.